don't come at me. She ain't cute. I cut it the wrong way.
Perfect.
Everything's fine. Got a little wood, riding shotgun. Okay, so now that those sides are attached, I'm going to take this one and flip it and sit it inside of here. Basically sit these 4 posts on the inside of these 4 corners and attach it, and then I will essentially have the foundation for my base. Okay, here you can see that I have flipped it. So now I just have to go in and attach screws here, here, and here, and here, so that I can start building out everything else. Okay, there she is. The top is secured to the bottom. For this one, I decided to go ahead and go through the inside. I put all of my hardware on the inside. So it's pretty solid. It's stable. It's not going anywhere. The biggest test is going to see if she is level. See if I can get this to focus. She is, in fact, level. So that's good. My next step, I'm going to take some... make some stringers essentially and just run them through here, about 3 to 4 on the bottom. I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. That way I can put plywood on top of both of them to create somewhat of a shelf. So let's get to it. Okay, I've spaced them all out. I didn't measure, no rhyme or reason, just laid them in there. You'll notice that on the end here, I butted them all the way up against the post, and I will explain a little bit later why I did that. But outside of that, I just kind of eyeballed it and make sure they look even. Now I'm gonna secure them with screws and move on to the next step. Okay, so it's been a few days and I completely forgot to record a lot of this. So not real sure where we left off, but as you can see, I have support braces that I put down here. And I did this. This is technically the top. It's flipped upside down right now. But I did the same thing up here. And on this side, I took the support bars and I butted them up against the edge, and I did this purposely so that I could put wheels. And the thing about it is, what I needed was so that the wheels can be 100% 360, right? And not come off the edge, so that way, as you can see, when I put my side paneling on, it will not touch the wheel. Same thing on this side, it won't touch. So that way Mr. Turtle can be mobile, because he's going in a temporary spot. I just need to get him set up to get him out of the way and get all of the things, his filter, everything that we bought for him, get everything set up, get him out of the way. He's going in a temporary spot, and then when I get my office area situated, I'm going to be moving him over next to my desk. But momentarily, he's going to be in a temporary spot, so I need him to be mobile, so that way I don't have to take the water out of the tank and all that stuff. But anywho, so I put all 4 wheels on. Okay, I flipped it around so that I could try to explain what I did here with the side panelings. So basically, the 2x4 that you guys last saw was this one in the back here, right? I did that on all 4 sides. I then took another piece of 2x4 and butted it up against it. that like lined it up perfectly with it, and then I took one and put it on the outside here. I did that on all 4 sides. That is gonna beef up my base, make it a lot more sturdy, so when it takes weight of the tank, but also it gives my siding, my paneling, whatever I decide to put on the outside, something to adhere to on all 4 sides. Outside of that, I think you guys are all caught up. Okay, so this is time for pivot moment. I think these little guys right here, those right there, I think they have to go. I don't think I want to do it anymore. So I have a different idea. It's a lot to explain. So my doors will not be, initially I wanted my doors more modern style, kind of similar to the cabinet behind this thing, where they're full overlay, but that's a challenge due to my situation here with the 2x4s. So it's just a lot, you know, it's a lot. So I don't know. I'm brainstorming. All right, it's been a while. Let me catch y'all up again. I keep forgetting to pick up my camera. Okay, so I think I told you guys, support braces, all of that good stuff. The side paneling is on this side and on this side. I also installed the plywood on the bottom shelf here. This is where the filter and all that stuff's gonna sit. Don't come at me, she ain't cute. I cut it the wrong way. I don't mind it. Also, don't come at me. Lots of gaps on that side. First time using a jigsaw. I ain't mad at it. She cute or whatever. So anywho, now I'm going to, I'm scared. I think I'm gonna work on the front. Yes. I think I'm gonna work on the front. Like the doors. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm working on the doors. Okay, y'all, I've taken 4-inch strips of plywood and clamped them to both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and nail them in place. And then I can do the doors, and then the top. Oh, y'all, we getting close. I mean, and then, you know, the not so fun stuff of puttying the holes and sanding and then sealing it and all this other stuff. Anybody got time for that? But one step at a time. We're in the home stretch. We're getting closer. I'm gonna go ahead and nail these in place. All right, y'all, so the paneling is technically done. As you can see, I have my side pieces here, my 2 front pieces here. And the reason I say technically done is because I'm going to attempt to make my doors the full length of this cabinet from top to bottom. As you can see, the wheels are still on. I don't know. We shall see. But I'm gonna go ahead and hop to the doors. All right, y'all, there you have it. She is coming around. Progress, y'all. Okay, so all of the side paneling is done, as well as the front paneling and then the doors. The doors are installed, but let me explain something to y'all. These freaking doors were not easy. Let me show you. So I had to make some makeshift shims out of plywood. It's on the other side as well, but essentially, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a lip here. This kind of falls off in here. So basically, I needed something to level it out to give the hinge something to attach to. So I had to think outside the box a little bit, get creative, and I attached this at all 4 hinges, and this is what the hinges are attached to. So I think most importantly, y'all, check this out. Wait for it. Y'all see that? That thing's smooth. Don't worry about it. But boom. There's the dilemma. So these two kind of butt up against each other a little bit. I just got to come through and sand this down here to get it to line up a little bit better. But across the top, it's even. Across the bottom, it's even. It's perfect. I'm loving it. So next up is the top. So before I sand anything and get all crazy on a school night, I'm gonna go to rip this plywood down to install the top. All right, y'all, the top has been put on. I'm actually using 2 pieces of 1/2-inch plywood, but it's been cut to size. I just have to glue them together and then screw them into place, and then we can get to my least favorite part, is sanding. So if anybody wants to come sand for me, just let me know, because I absolutely hate it. All right, y'all, everything's all clamped down, ready to secure it. And I'm just gonna use some wood screws and just go straight into these 2x4s down here, and then I'll do the second piece. All right, now that I have the first piece nailed down, as you can see, I put some wood glue on here. Now I'm gonna put the second piece on top of that and then go from there. All right, y'all, there she is with the top on. I started filling in the screw holes and I realized I need to pick my camera up. Listen, don't mind that mess, okay? These doors were kicking my ass, so I needed to sand them down just to make sure I didn't have to make any adjustments. But this is the wood filler that I'm using. So I'm gonna go in with this to cover up these screw holes. All right, y'all, this is a view of the back. So one of the last things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a cutout along the top here for my hoses from my filter to come up through and cables from the lights and everything else. That way I can still sit this flush against the wall, if that makes any sense. Y'all bear with me here. So I'm gonna get my jigsaw out and do that now. Okay, so I've made my measurements. I'm going to drill in each corner, drop my drill bit in, or drop my jigsaw in, I should say, and then cut this out. All right, y'all, I have made my cutout. And again, it's not perfect, my jigsaw, but it's fine. You won't see it from the back. But essentially all of my cables and hoses will drop down through here. I'm hoping it doesn't need to be wider, but I don't think so. And I did it that way so that this thing sits flush against the back wall. So I'm hoping to get this thing primed and painted tonight so that I can move Mr. Turtle in tomorrow. So we shall see.